Today on Gaming with Rin, we're keeping it chill. We're not on a regular schedule for another week because I'm still in recovery, so I decided to play something chill and relaxing, or at least not for a long period of time. We're just going to go through a day or two, just to show you what I've done so far with the Megastore Simulator, and we'll talk about some of the issues I've been having, I guess. For the most part, it's pretty stable. It's an early access game. Um, it's one of those build your own stores, and this one's kind of in the style of a Walmart-ish thing, if you live in the United States or Canada. So here we go. I've already played in-game for 103 days. So I've been around the game for a while. I started out on bakery, but it was really hard to make money on bakery, so I've had to figure out how to make enough money to get the upgrades. So I found a lot of the streamers online were playing with music as their first store, or a second store, because music lets you make more money, basically. So let's go. I'll show you what I've done so far. I started out trying to make it look like a Walmart. So I started with the bakery because I wanted to play with the bakery mechanic, like baking baked goods. I'm not the kitchen sink. Like, you can get everything but the kitchen sink. Yeah. So I'm gonna put this inside. It seems to spawn out there every day. It doesn't remember where I last put it. But I've started with the bakery, and I managed in my 103 days to lay out all of the furniture I'll need to unlock all the licensing for the bakery. And I've placed it there. On this side, the second thing I tried to put in was the groceries. So I have sort of like a convenience combini style thing on this side. And then I added toys for my third department. But I found it was so slow going. Like, you need to make money to unlock new things, and you need to have your warehouse set up. And the only thing that was making me money was musical instruments, because they're like sold at 325 a pop, or 300, and then you start selling them for like 600 for the violins. So it took some time to unlock those, but that's what I became dependent on. So I have a grocery store, and I put out all the shelves I need for all of the licenses here as well. And then I started putting pharmacy stuff from sports, but I ran out of money. And then down here I've just put a few clothing items just to sort of fill in the space I had for the unlocked area. And I still have some candies and toys to unlock as well. So in here I've unlocked the first section of the warehouse, and I put up the basic stuff. The forklift took a long time to unlock. But I only used the forklift to put the pallets up top, and now I don't have to touch the forklift because I can just lift the boxes up. I can move it over with the smaller pallet mover, and then just, lift the boxes up to where I want them. It's faster, actually, than trying to drive the forklift. Okay, so we're gonna go through one day or two. So what I always start my day out is with the bakery, because I have the baker in the morning. So while I have the baker, we're gonna buy him what he needs to do, his daily job. So anything that I'm running short on, I think that should be enough. And then I send it delivery point to the storefront, so that I can get it faster. But then I set the delivery point back to the dock, so anything else I might order during the day will go to the warehouse. I find that works better for what I'm doing. Alright, so there you go. So the way the bakery works, if you've not seen people play the bakery, is you have to put your dough on these racks before he'll bake it. So you choose other stuff on those. You choose what you want to put on racks here, and he'll bake whatever he needs for his shelves. Okay, and I try to have enough racks so that he can bake what he needs to bake to fill his missing stuff. So then what I do is I open the store. Okay. So once he's got his stuff going, I'll open the store because then he'll put the fresh bread out and people will smell it and want the fresh bread. Oops. Then I'm done with this. So then I will go around and I'll look at my toy stock. Is there anything that needs to be restocked? Like...
This looks a little stale. I hope I'm wrong.
Oh, it's not my fault you picked up yesterday's bread. And then we'll look quickly over some of the groceries. See if we need those as well. We're doing pretty good so far. So I got fish on this end. I've got chicken here, and I've got beef on this side. And then we've got, oops, some candies over here near the self-checkout. And this is like dairy and eggs, and then pudding cups and things. Meats and meals, and then drinks on this side. So then I got snacks. This is the snack section, which I still have some snacks to unlock. This is breakfast on this corner. So it's cereals. This will be peanut butter and jam, and then 2 breads. This is the toiletries aisle, so like shampoos and soaps and toilet paper. And this is the cleaning products, pet food, baking. Oh, we're missing some pet food here. Sugars. This is coffee and tea. This is vegetables. And this is cooking and condiments on this side. I think we're good. Okay, so we're gonna order that. And then I quickly look here to see if I need any music stuff, because I keep the music stuff fully stocked because it's my money maker. So if it's not stocked, I can't make money. And I have to throw my money into that first, or I usually run into trouble. So I send the music ordering over to here, and everything else that is daily unstocked over here. Now the toys I have stored at the back here on these racks. So any of the toys I gotta roll to the back, and any of the foods I kind of put in the restock zone left and right here. Because the stockers will pick up the foods and just put it on the shelf when they're needed. And they tend to go pretty quickly. It's like at any grocery store, right? You don't want to order too much food because it'll go stale or go bad. So you just order what you need for the day. Oh, stuck. Sometimes I get stuck here. So then just sort of stepping out, putting the pallet thingy down helps me get unstuck. So I was running into a bug where I found if I accidentally ordered it twice and there were 2 pallets down on the ground, they were not actually putting it away. And if I had touched the box for any reason, they would not touch it ever after. Which I guess is okay if you can remember not to touch the box. Oh, hold on. This goes on this side. This is fish. This is a grocery object. See, she's pretty good at grabbing stuff out of the restock zones. So there are two shifts in the game. There's a morning shift and an evening shift. So in the morning I have one restocker and one baker and one cashier. In the afternoon I have two restockers and a cashier. I don't have a baker. So I've got 6 employees total. Okay, so that's the first load. So while that's unloading the second truckload, I can clear some of these pallets away. Make room for more stuff. Boys have come in for the afternoon shift. So I got the girls in the morning on the cashier and in the stocker, and I've got the boys in the afternoon. Which is basically all 3 of them are guys. And my baker seems to be a guy. I don't know, it's randomized. I didn't really pick. I just sort of picked them based on their stats. Which whoever had the best stats got hired. Like it should be, right? Like it should be. Alright, so these guys are still running. There's not a lot to do yet. But I still have these loose boxes which I'm responsible for because I touched them. So now I tend to try and put those out, close off any of those boxes while they're unloading things. Salt, coffee, bread. Okay, that's still full. You can also choose the workers if you want to only work on one department, but I have 2 of them. I just let them do everything. I only have 1 floor, right? So it's not like I have really huge sections. Okay. Oops. Wrapped bread, water. That's just the salt and the coffee. Do I need any coffee? I do not need coffee, so I'm not gonna bother coming back with the coffee box. Alright. So eventually I'll whittle these boxes down until I make a mistake again. Usually I make a mistake by not sending it to the warehouse. I send it to the storefront. So I'm gonna make sure this is sent to the dock. It doesn't remember your settings when you save and restart, so you have to remember to reset them every time you get back into the game. So let's see. We need to order more cases, and more of the white guitars. And a violin and a blue one. Cases, violin, white guitar, blue ones. So let's see. We're gonna go music. So white guitar. Oops. 2 of those. A blue. A violin. We're just gonna stock up. Spend all our money on this stuff. Yeah. Okay, so that's gonna go to dock 2. So it'll go to the secondary dock back here, so I don't have to worry about it. And wow, they've already got all of the pallets unloaded. Superstars today. Well, there are 2 of them, I guess. There isn't as much for them to do. They're gonna keep the music and toys stocked. So on this side I've got the toys, the music, and cleaning products. Those are the things that don't typically expire, so I'm trying to play it kind of simulatory, right? in case they do add an expiry mechanic. Because, I mean, they do complain about freshness of bread, and they seem to stop buying it if it's not super fresh. So I started out having like 2 shelves of each type of bread, and then I went back down to like 1. Yeah, you see they're already pulling stuff off the pallets before I even throw it up on the shelf. So if they need it, they'll grab it. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back over here. Close the dock and start throwing these up on the shelf. So this is the white guitars. This is the blue guitar. This one is the guitar cases. This one is the cello cases. That's a toy. This is the regular guitar. This is the cello. Okay. And get all the pallets. So you notice as I'm doing this, we've pretty much expended. The day ends at 22 hours. So it's what, 10 p.m.? So no new customers will come in at night. Basically, when it hits 22, the customers that are already in the store will finish up what they're doing and then leave. We got apple. This one is pear. This one is avocado. Some of the plushie, I like the little plushies. They're in the shapes of fruits. It goes really well as a, a middle piece in my, between my grocery store and the bakery. Alright, looks like you're impulse shopping, basically. Alright. So, you guys are done? Is there anything else we need to order? Or are we good? We can get some of that. We can get some of that. And that. They're short like 1 fruit for my shelves. I'm guessing it's because they only intend for you to have 1 per thing, and I put 2. I don't think I need 2 tomatoes. Nope. I can get some toothpaste, some soaps, shampoos and things. Actually, I think I have that in the back. I'm not so confident about the bleach though. Come on. Why is it not? It's being difficult. I actually might have coffee in the back. A little ketchup. Mashed potatoes. I know I have penne. I know I have rice, so I'm not going to do that. Oof, that one's expensive. Alright. And then, unfortunately, as soon as you hit the button to order it, it wants you to end the day. So it kind of forces you into the morning cycle, but it doesn't start the next day until you open the store. So it gives me time if I want to, I'm gonna wait and I'm just gonna go straight over here and do the next day. So we'll go through one more day. So we're at a bagels, so we'll order bagels. Get some of that, some of this. What else do we need? Some of these? Okay, we'll order that. Then we'll wait out here, do our bakery run. Truck will swing itself around and we'll get our nice fresh dough. Watching the very trampish looking lady. Alright. It's like, I guess it's summer here. Oh, well, these are kind of palm trees. Maybe we're in Florida or something. She's like, oh, goth with the tramp stamp. Oh, okie dokie. Well, each to their own, right? Each to their own. Okay, there's that. There's those. And there's these. See, he's already started baking what he wants to fill his shelves. Alright. So then my routine, if you'll recall, was toys. So we're gonna see if any toys need ordering. Some of that. I think I have apples. I think I have avocados. I think I have pears and sharks. So we're good on that. I'm gonna order those. And then we're just gonna go back, and we already ordered a bunch of groceries. So we'll take that off. Double check to see if any of the music needs reordering. We're good. That's yogurt. This one's ice cream. You have to kind of look at the picture, and if you can see it from that size, you kind of know what it is. This one is grapefruit. This one is green beans, frozen beans. Whipped cream. This looks like pills. We got tomatoes. We've got a whole nother order behind this. Should get most of it cleared by the time I finish up. I forgot to turn off on the next day, which is what I should be doing. Otherwise the restockers will run out of stuff to do because she'll have it all done. Alright. Plus we want to be earning money. Alright. Now we'll clear pallets while the truck prepares the next set of stuff. Opened up the next set of stuff. I almost got all the pallets cleared. And one more. Alright, now we got... This is shampoos and things. Since all this stuff is like toiletries and cleaners, I'm gonna push it on this side so I can put it on the pallet shelves if I need to. If they don't unload it, I'll stow it. This one needs flour, so this goes to the other side. Get that out of the way. Jam. Doo-doo. And I've got the two stuffed animals at the back. Okay, we'll put the stuffed animals over here on the ends. And this one actually has a shelf spot. Is there anything else? Nope, that's it. Alright. I'm just gonna leave this over here. My favorite spot to leave it. Alright. Yep, Sherry grabbed it. And then this one goes up onto that shelf. Okay. So music is still stocked. I don't have to reorder anything in here. I can try to put some of these back out. Puddings. No, we got one more. We'll get them out there eventually. Yay, one emptied box. And eventually we'll have no more weird boxes. Water? Okay, that one's done. Lunch meat. Nope, we don't need that one. We did pudding. Salt. And coffee. Salt. Do we need coffee? We do not. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I think there's in a row. We'll see if we can get coffee. It's visual. And we're almost done. We got down to 3 boxes. We did. We did 5. Alright, so what do we got? We're good. There's some eggs. And some milk. More
Looks
sushi.
a little stale. I hope I'm wrong.
Oh no, she doesn't like the bread. See, they say that, and it makes me think, oh shoot, does that mean they won't buy stuff if it's not freshly baked? French fries? We have French fries. More of these. I gotta check on the coffee. I know we have it. I know we have the cleaner here too. I thought we ordered ketchup. And that. So we're gonna order these, and then we're gonna see what's going on with the ketchup and the coffee. So coffee's here. I'm not sure why they're not like, they're standing here. The shelf has space. Why are they not? Like, what's the rule on opening a box? And then we had ketchup. I thought we had ketchup somewhere. Here. I guess not clear to me when they decide to open a box. Like, do they just wait till the entire shelf is empty, or like this one's significant. It got the whole box empty. There was enough missing across 2 shelves for me to unload that box. Alright, so let's get this stuff off the truck. Go to loading dock. Now you can move through these. I don't actually have to push them forward. Depends on how realistic you want to play. As long as it gets off the truck and it has a, you know, a relatively clear space to sit in, it lets you stow it there. And we're good. So let's clear pallets. Keep the workspace as empty as possible. Okay. Now, what do we have on this side? Cleaner, toilet paper, dish towel, soap. So I can put the soap up with the other soap. And there's the toothpaste. Throw this up here. And we can throw 2 of these. Oh, they're coming for that one. Put the toothpaste here. And the wipes. Is this wipes? No, that's Twinkies. What's this one? This one's meat. This one is shampoo, so we'll put the shampoo over here. Alright. Now usually if I do this right, they clear all of these restocking pallets. Sometimes they're gonna leave them there because maybe there's something I'm not seeing stocked somewhere else. Like this one's sushi, rice, French fries, chips, Coke, cans of something. This one looks like meat. Oh, I have some of that already. So that's the double pallet rule. So if I have 2 pallets of it, they don't seem to unload it at all. So merging pallets sometimes works, but not always. This is the... Oh, this one's done. So this is Twinkies. Throw that up there. Just so I can get rid of as many of these pallets as possible. What do we have over here? We have sushi. I think I put sushi down here, right? No? Chips. There's one place up there too. This one's milk. Oh, okay, so we'll put it up here. This is... Oh, there's milk over here. Oh wait, I just put that there, yeah. This is up here. Yeah, so that's, see, that's why it's not unloading. It's because there's 2 pallets of it. So it makes you wonder, and this is ketchup. Yep. So there's something about it that for some reason they just do not want to load the shelf, so it's unclear if it's bugged or if it's just getting confused. Okay, so we're missing violins. So I need a violin, a dark, and then cases. So we're gonna go a violin, one dark, and then yeah, so we want 3 of each of those. Okay. So the music stuff costs a lot, so I have to remember to add it to the order as soon as possible and keep the warehouse stocked. So I'm gonna just take the ketchup out. Oh no, I did take the ketchup out already. Well, like, I'm not sure if the whole shelf has to be empty before he'll restock. They do seem to be pulling, but it seems to be a lot more of the shelf has to be empty than I'm expecting for them to want to stock it. I don't know. It's probably just it's not clear to me what the rules are. So I mean, this isn't a very difficult game. It's just a matter of keeping an eye on making sure you have enough money to buy stock, because if you can't buy your stock, you can't sell anything. Like, if you screw up and buy too many shelves or services or expansions and then suddenly there's no stock, you're kind of done. Like, your employees will quit, which is normal, but you can always rehire them or rehire new ones if you don't have enough money to pay them. As long as you have the self-checkout, that they'll check themselves out without a clerk, and you can always run the cash yourself. Like, you can do all of the tasks yourself if you want. But having restockers and cashiers and a baker is extremely convenient when you start getting larger and larger amounts of types of stock. Like, you can see, here's all the partially open boxes that they've stocked. They're trying to get quite a pile of. And you can sort of see the things that they're working with. Alright, So let's go through quickly what I've unlocked so far. So for the warehouse, I've gotten up to level 5. That's what we see now, but it goes all the way to level 15. So I've only got a third of the available warehouse space. For me, right now, it serves my purposes. Most of what I have stock-wise is grocery, and grocery is these 3 shelves, with the exception of the cleaners over here. And that most of the stuff is I don't want to hold a lot of grocery stock. What ended up on these pallets were the things that got stuck in the double pallet weirdness. Like, I ordered it twice, and then suddenly they weren't picking up the boxes. They were getting confused. So then I made shelves, put the stuff on the shelves, and they started pulling from them again. So that seemed to work. I've also unlocked the forklift and the pallet jack. Mostly I find they're the only 2 I really need. I'm not entirely sure what the electric pallet jack would do for me. Would it raise it up to the 2nd level? And this gets you up to the next one? And this one gets you up even higher? Because there's like this one you can get here with the normal one, right? Does the electric one help you get here and the forklift help you get here? I just skipped it and went to the forklift. But like I said, you place the pallets up there once, and then I just lift stuff up. It's so much easier. Growth-wise, I've only gone up to level 4. I can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more expansions. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 more expansions for the ground floor before I start going up. And then you can start building even higher on the ground floor. It's like, build a ground floor, build an upper, build a ground, build an upper. That makes you wonder exactly how big does it go? It's pretty big. So license-wise, I got most of the bakery done. I've got about to level 8 on bakery, but I have the storage space to do the rest of it. On grocery, I got to level 16. I got a few more left. This one's the only one I can't do with my current level because I'm level 45 right now. So I could reasonably, if I wanted to, skip ahead and just open this one. It depends on what I want to put out on the shelves. It's like, do I want snacks and meat? Do I want frozen pizzas and you know, noodle cups and beans? I could do that. Toys, I got all the way to level 7. I was filling from the bottom because it was cheaper. I could put out more of these things. These could be like little necklace things. I guess we can get that one. What's the cheapest? 28, 24, this one's the cheapest. And then on sports, I was trying to I unlocked the pharmacy stuff, and then I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna put next to it. I'll have to think about that. But I wanted to finish off the groceries and the other stuff. So we're gonna go maybe to the toys. Finish this one. So we're gonna get one of each. 3, 4. And then toys. And then we're gonna send it to the front because we have to stock it the first time ourselves anyway. So we don't want to clean up all the crazy pallets. So yeah, so basically when you earn enough money and you have enough sort of stock in your warehouse, then the next thing you do is expand and get a new product. Or do growth and do something else. I have to figure out where, does the cat go over here or does the cat go up here? So we got orange. Each box sort of gives you enough to fill one row. Oops. I have some more candy stuff that's I have yet to unlock the license to that's gonna end up at cash. Alright, off we go. I tried to get as much of all the furniture out for the first 3 departments, which was toys, bakery, and grocery. Where's this one go? Does it go up here? Nope, it goes on the toy shelf. Alright, so we'll put cats on top of cats, on top of cats. So I've got 3 cats, 2 sheeps, 2 big cats, 2 frogs, 2 avocados, thingies. Alright, what else we got? I'm gonna leave the box there, because I'm gonna have to open it myself. Oh, hold on, when I'm done. We have this one. And then I have to price all the new stuff. So whenever you put new stuff out, it's gonna undercut you terribly. So you gotta, I find you want to mark up around 15 to 20. That's good. I find I'll buy it at reasonable rates between those levels. Like some of the music stuff you can go higher, like I'm going at 24, something between 20 and 30. Because I need them to keep buying those to make money. Okay, so we go. Alright, put this back. So that's Megastores. I mean, you have a bunch of different departments. I can quickly go through what's in them for the folks that are interested. So you have bakery, toys and candy, groceries, clothing, electronics, music, and sports. So if you don't want to do what I did, which is do the foodstuffs and the impulse buying, you can do something like you have to start with one of these 4, the first 4. I started with bakery. But I've seen a lot of people online start with clothing. Probably because there's no risk of expiry in anything for that. But then they quickly go into music or electronics so that they start selling expensive items and make more money. I figured for me it makes more sense putting electronics upstairs. And music I'm sort of using to frame pathways to the clothing. I'm like using it for logical walls. And the sports I'm just kind of throwing along the back wall. Behind my pharmacy section, but you'll sort of see how it looks like, I guess, if I stream the final store, maybe when I'm done later. But that's as far as I've gotten in the first 104 days, and you can sort of see what the game looks like. You can design your own, like you can mix max shelves. You can make it look like however you would like to make it look. I tried to throw like the candy and the toys between to sort of make it look more like a real store. Rather than just, you know, rows and rows of straight lines of shelves of stuff. Like, I've actually tried to sort them too, right? So you can sort of see dairy, drinks, candy, and snack foods. These are my missing snack foods I haven't unlocked licenses for. Here's my peanut butter spot. I went through and sorted a lot of it, just to make it look more like sort of like a natural grocery store. Or combini or convenience type store. Anyway, but like I said, it's looking pretty good so far for early access. It's fairly stable. There's weirdness like getting stuck on the ramps. Sometimes I'll pick up a pallet and it'll get stuck on my hand. I can't do anything with it. You'll see one of the stalkers have a box sticking out of his face sometimes. Like there's some weirdness, but for the most part it's playable. All you have to do is save and then reload from the menu in, and it'll restart you from where your time was. And most of it goes back to normal. So, like I said, it's early access. Clearly, the dev is still working on it, um, and I think it's doing pretty good so far. I'd like to see the ability to customize some of the walls. Um, Maybe add some decorative items, like maybe tables for my bakery, like just putting a little table and two chairs here, just to sort of spruce it up. Maybe you could add some plants or decorations, some crazy statues. But you know, clearly it looks like he's working on the mechanics in the games first, which makes sense. And it's so far turning out pretty good. Like there's a variety of products. The products make sense. It fits on the shelves that you have. Anything else, you can sort of work around it by adding more stuff from other shelves. So I, for example, can move this, whatever I have on the top, down into this space instead, and not use the top if I don't want to. So yeah. Anyway, that is it for today's episode. That's Megastore Simulator, and until next time.